Bye, Lox. Have a good day. Fun day at the first day of school. Lox started back at school, so first day of school. He's now in year 5. Super exciting, and also I am so thrilled to have him back at school. I think any parent has this feeling. Yay! We got our life back. And it's full moon today. That is also super exciting. And also I have a new set of keys. So one more door. Take a little bit of time to get used to all those keys. Oops, don't mind this. This is going to be our little bike shed because there wasn't a bike storage here, so we had to get that. And then, this is a bit narrow. This walks up. Here's one bathroom. And then we get up here to the main space. And this is our kitchen. Yay! Hello! I'll be cooking up a storm here, and the previous owners left a little champagne. So we got to celebrate, of course. And this will be our living room or sitting room. So exciting. Doesn't look so big on a video, but it is nice and spacious. Got lots of windows. Yay! Our new home. I've just been walking around, just soaking it all up, letting the light of the full moon just penetrate, and I'm just taking in the moment. I'm so happy, so thrilled. I feel so content. I'm just so grateful. I just can't believe now that we have our own home in London. This was our goal. We knew that we wanted to buy, but we didn't know exactly where we wanted to settle down within London. And also our son is in primary school now, will be going into secondary school. So we didn't know exactly where he would be going to secondary school. And also the whole Brexit happened. We weren't sure whether, they would still allow us to stay and, to live here. And just so many things were up in the air, but very serendipitously, I can't quite say that word, this home came to us. And the funny thing is that Sanjay, when we were living in Brooklyn, he came to London on a business trip and he visited this home. And he came back to London and he said, oh my God, Tim has such a nice home. I love that place. It has just a very nice Brooklyn vibe to it, high ceilings. And we had a home in Brooklyn that had high ceilings like this and was super nice. And Sanjay said, oh, I love that place. It is really, really nice. And when Tim was going to sell it, he remembered that Sanjay liked it so much and asked if we wanted to come and take a look at it. And so we did, and the rest is history. Oh my God, yeah, it's great. But anyway, guys, I came here today because it's full moon, because Lars went back to school. I just feel like I have my freedom back. I wanted to come here and I wanted to sage the place, open the windows, just clear out, the old energy from the previous owners, and I wanted to just clear it for us to move in on Saturday. And I also wanted to just share this moment with you, because I feel like I am horrible at, sharing my life. So let me sage a little bit, and then I'll come back to you again, and I'll share my thoughts, my full moon thoughts. And I hope that it can serve in some way. Hello from the bathroom. And look at this nice skylight. I love this bathroom too. It has a bathtub, a very wide sink. That's one thing I miss from our Brooklyn home, is that we had a double sink, and I miss a double sink. And here is a shower. Yeah, with this. It's quite nice. Hopefully I can see the moon from here. Can lie in the bathtub gazing at the moon. So I have saged the whole entire place, and windows are still open, and I'm just letting everything air out. I just felt, just let me clean out the air a little bit, and got a little bit chilly. I always like to have something around my neck. But anyway, so yeah, my little full moon epiphany this time around. 3 months ago, you remember I had a full moon talk, and I shared with you that I wanted to take a break from YouTube and spend a little bit more time focusing on my moon phase yoga book. And I was really scared to do it, and I didn't want to disappoint you guys, but I did it, and I have to say it has really been one of the best things I've done for myself. I have missed you a lot, and I am very excited to get back into making videos again. But it was something that I really needed to do, because by stepping away, I got a lot of clarity on a lot of things. And one of the things that has kept coming up over and over again for me is that I have been sort of struggling a lot with the whole social media sphere. And I've always felt that YouTube was my social media. For me, this is the platform that I enjoy the most. This platform gives me energy. Like, no matter how many comments I write, I respond to, and comments I get, I really revel in it. I get energy from that. But when it comes to Facebook and Instagram, it tires me out. I really get exhausted from those platforms. And it's not that they're bad, it just is what it is. And I think that each and every one of us, we gravitate more or less towards different platforms. So in that space of taking myself off of YouTube, I really recognized that. And I also started to think a bit about me as a person, how I run my channel, and how I've seen other channels being run, and how I sometimes feel that, other YouTubers are so good at, taking their viewers, on this journey of their life. And that is something I feel I have not been good at, because I have always sort of had a separation between my life and my work. I naturally do not talk about myself. This is something that I've had to, get a little bit better at, being on YouTube. I'm naturally not a talker. I really enjoy being quiet. I enjoy being in the background. But always, in my life, I have been sort of pushed to the front. Even, when I was going to school, I was probably one of the quietest ones in class, but I was always the one that was picked out to be the class president. And even when I started this YouTube channel, I started off with interviewing other yoga teachers. And then some of my friends said, but Anita, why don't you, share stuff about yourself, share your flows and what it is that you do in your training and in your teachings. And I was very, very hesitant to do that. And my first video was of me not talking, but doing a voiceover, because I was petrified to talk on camera. And it took me a really, really long time to get used to that. So it's really been a huge journey for me. And I am just a private person, and it's not that I have stuff to hide. It is not that I am not proud of, what I do and where I live and my family. It just has been the way that I have been. But I do feel that, over probably the last 3 years of living in London, I have somehow gotten much more grounded. Maybe I've gotten more back to myself, because all of my years in New York was so external, was so much about going and doing and showing yourself off and all the hustle and getting recognized and all of that it was great for me in many ways, because it forced me to get myself out of a comfort zone. But as a person, I'm naturally not like that. I'm an introvert. I'm really an introvert. I could not say a word the whole entire day. I could just stay by myself and be completely content. I'm so much more of a behind the scenes kind of person. But I feel now that I'm at a point where I'm ready to share a little bit more, and that I think that will be very freeing for me. And I also think that will be very good for you guys also to see, because sometimes I feel that people don't really know who I am. And I feel that sometimes people think that I am a way that I really am not. Maybe this, will be an opportunity to see me, maybe in a different light. I don't know. I don't know. I'm just basically trying to get a little bit better at sharing my journey, and not just sharing maybe the highlights, or then, getting over on the other side and then explaining. Because now when I look back, and it's always 2020 vision, when I look back, how amazing wouldn't it have been if I had shared the whole journey with you, from moving from New York, to London, all of the homes that we, lived in between, how that was, how I experienced everything. How amazing wouldn't it have been if I just had shared more of me living my life in Brooklyn, instead of, it is what it is. This is who I am. The good, the bad, the ugly, the imperfections, and I think that I was just striving so to find the perfection, because in my head I know exactly how I want it to be, and then it kind of frustrated me that it's not like that. But the reality is that the ordinary is extraordinary. My life is ordinary, but it is so extraordinary at the same time. I have such an amazing history that I haven't shared, And I feel like I just have the need now to kind of share more of who I am, because I don't feel that I am probably like fully understood, because I haven't. And I have so many stories. I have had so many amazing experiences. I've lived in so many amazing, apartments and places, and I haven't shared any of that, So maybe it is now I'm turning 48, moving towards 50. And for me now, it's just about what matters the most. And the last 3 years, I've thought a lot about that. And I just want to find and feel the flow, whether that's on the mat or off the mat, and just allow myself to go with the flow and embrace really what life has to offer. For whatever it's worth, I wanted to share this moment with you. And as we move in, as the furniture comes in, as I start to cook in my kitchen, I will share with you what I eat in a day. I will share with you from my bathroom, you know, my morning routine, evening routine, and just all of these kinds of videos that are fun to watch, but that for some reason, because of my perfectionism and my thinking, you know, it's this, that, or the other, I just haven't done. Share with me, please, in the comments below of what you think of this, whether this is making any sense or not. I would love to hear it. Yeah, let me know how you're doing. And in a couple of weeks, I will be back with new flow videos, and share with me if you have any requests. Okay, so this was a lot of chatting, a lot of talking, but this is a pretty big full moon moment for me. Okay, so thank you so much for being a part of my journey. I love being here. I really cherish YouTube, and it's fun to learn and to grow together and just to share. Okay, my lovelies, I will see you next week. Let's see what next week brings on. I hope you're well. Happy full moon. Shine your brightest light. Just allow whatever is coming up to come up. Just soak it in, see what you want to do with it, work with it, and just, you know, continue on the journey. And when the time is ripe, you will know that you've reached your new full moon. And I think this is my new full moon.